If you think that when January comes around and there is nothing to do, then think twice. Hi, dear me's, this is Richa. And how many of you guys think that, oh, it's January, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go? Well, I'm here to tell you guys, think twice. Because in this video, I want to share with you guys all the small activities and the big ones that you can do during January so you no longer get bored. So let's get right into it. First place you can go to is a nice coffee shop. I love when it's cold and there is snow and you can go into a coffee shop, just grab a coffee, maybe do a little bit of reading or whatever you want to work on, and just sit there and feel the vibe. Second one is indoor mini golf. I have a few places over here where I live and we have indoor mini golf, and I absolutely love it. It's so fun and it's better than playing actual golf because I suck at it. Another one is a trampoline park. I love trampoline parks. It's so much fun. Actually, I did it for the first time last year and I honestly had so much fun and I felt like a kid. So one of those days when I get to go on a trampoline park, I love. This one is a very simple one, but a lot of people don't do it since we have Netflix and Hulu and things like that. It's just going to a movie theater and watching a movie. It's that simple. Also, you can go for an indoor go-kart arena. I know there are a lot of places that do have that. I especially have one indoor go-kart. I think it's so much fun, especially with the cold weather. You don't want to be outside. Let's go for an indoor one. Indoor rock climbing is the next one. I think that is so much fun. As a kid, I used to do a lot of rock climbing because I'm from Sweden and we had a lot of those places. So I think indoor rock climbing is a lot of fun. A simple one, but a forgotten one, I think for most people, is just going to a simple bookstore. Just going around, looking at the books, feeling the books is just a whole nother experience, and I think that would be really fun during the winter time. Another very good one that I personally enjoy a lot is a museum. Just go to a museum, wander around, book out a afternoon or an evening, but mainly an afternoon, and just go to a museum. That's a lot of fun. The most common one that I know is going ice skating. I go ice skating every single year. The park that I have here in my town, every year, they have an ice skating rink, and it's just so much fun. Also, when you get to see a lot of people just ice skating, even if you don't know it, just hold on to the edges of the rink and just do it. Another one is also a very common one, but it is indoor or outdoor skiing. A lot of places have indoor skiing places. I know there is a mall nearby me. They have indoor skiing. And I personally have never tried skiing, especially when it comes to going out. I'm very scared that, probably I'm gonna break a leg or something. And I think indoor skiing is a lot of fun for that reason. At least you feel a little bit safe, and they always have instructors whether you're indoor or outdoors, so that is something that you can do. Another one is a ceramic painting. Either you can go for a class or you can just go for a ceramic painting. Color Me Mine is one of those places that have pre-made ceramic items, and you can just sit there, have your session with a friend, family, or just by yourself, and just do a little bit of painting, which is so much fun. Speaking of ceramic, another one is a pottery class. I think there are a lot of places that offer those pottery classes that you can go to, and you can just make something that you want to, and it's completely created by you. And I did that when I was younger, and I had a lot of fun, especially on the wheel. You're just building something, and it's a really good way of spending time with people that have maybe similar interest or maybe are new to that. It's a whole experience that I think you guys will enjoy. Another one, which is one of my favorite, and especially for this time of the year, is candle making classes. I have a small little boutique-ish kind of place that they have here in town. It's a candle making class, and they offer those classes. So if you've never tried making candles, that's something that you can pick up on. At least go and try it out, in a candle making class, see how you like it, And if you become a pro, you can make your own candles. And candles is lighting up candles during this time of the year is the most coziest, most nicest, and you just feel that vibe. It's just a whole nother thing. Another one, which is one of my favorite ones, is going to a cooking class. I love cooking. I love it so much. And I try to watch a lot of YouTube videos and things like that to try to get an idea, create my own recipes and things like that. But going to an actual cooking class is so much fun, especially if you have somebody who also loves cooking. It would just be a whole nother experience, and it will be fun. Another one is, and I don't know if this one is still that popular, I personally loved it, I got reintroduced to it this year, which is the paint and sip classes. I remember in 2020 and I think maybe 2019, something like that, they really popped up. Like everywhere you went, you had a paint and sip class, and it was just another activity that you can do during the winter time. Instead of just staying home getting bored, you would go to a paint and sip class. And I went to plenty of those, and I made these artwork, and it was just fun. And I always went with my sister, and I always went with my friends, and it was a lot of catching up that we got to do, and it was just fun. It was just a fun thing to do. Also the time when we can chat what's going on and everything, and also drink some alcohol at that time, which I no longer do, but still, you can still enjoy it. Next one is something that I'm getting into, and I had a huge success when I planned out my birthday party in November, which is hosting parties. I think it's so much fun. Like, if you're not going anywhere outside, do a little bit of hosting. You have so many things that you can host for. Like, you can have craft nights, you can have just a get together, making food together, paint and sip that you can do at home. Just hosting some kind of party. You bring your favorite people in, and it's just a great way. And I feel like that hosting skill, I mean, I've turned 33. And I think that I'm getting into that whole thing of just hosting, enjoying, because when I planned for my birthday, it was solely me, and I had so much fun. So I think hosting a party is really fun. Another one is to start a book club. I think that's such a fun idea. I like the old school way of having a book party. You have a few friends, you decide on a book, you read for a month, and then you all gather again and discuss the book. And it's just in its own way, it's just another way of hosting a party to talk about what was happening in the book and things like that. Like I mentioned before, hosting a party, another one that I also did mention, but I do want to remind you again, is hosting a craft night. I just was with my family, and you can check it out on my Instagram. I'm gonna put it right here. But we had a family craft night where for Christmas, what we did is I had these clear ornaments, and it was my parents, my sister, and my niece. We all sat down and we designed our own ornament, and it was so much fun. My mom loved it, my niece loved it, my sister was so happy because she hadn't crafted for a while. And just an overall experience to see what ideas people came with, how much fun you have, and again, another moment of just chatting with each other. Now this, I don't know how it is in other places, but again, we have this here where I live. We have an indoor water park, and we have an indoor theme park. So if you have that nearby, why don't you go and do that? Don't wait till the summer to go to an amusement park or a water park. Do it during the winter time, and it's so much fun. This one I did back in, again, 2020. They still do have these places. I don't know if they're still that popular or not, but axe throwing. I know for my 28th birthday, my friends and my sister, they took me out to do axe throwing. It was so much fun. Dangerous, but so much fun. And I think that if you have good people around you, it'll be a lot of fun. Another one back in the day was escape rooms. I used to have so much fun. Now, I was the one who never was able to solve the escape rooms. I mean, I would be 100% if I was by myself, I would be locked in. I would not be able to escape. But having with going with a group of friends, doing that is so much fun. At least in my area, not a lot of people talk about it as much as they used to, but that is still an option and people do have them around. So that would be fun. And if you have, like, you know, if you have your own business or you have your own friends, why don't you just take your you know, teammates to have an escape room, have some fun at work? And of course, friends and family you can always do. Another popular one that I have been seeing a lot, especially when I went to the Netflix house, which just opened up in Pennsylvania. Again, if you go on my Instagram, you'll be able to see that. It was so much fun. And they have these interactive games. Now, there is a company called Sandbox, which is also by my house, really close by. But at the Netflix house, they have the same company, Sandbox, but they have these interactive Netflix games. So you basically have the, you know, the visual, whatever you call those glasses. I'm sorry, I can't think of the word. If I can, then I'll put it on the screen. But, you know, you can go with a group of people and just play those interactive games. And it's just another thing, new trend that had come out, and it's something that you can, you know, get into. Another one, which is a classic one, and I think a lot of people do that, but definitely something that I want to get into, is game night. Oh my god, I feel like game nights are so much fun. And again, I'm going to bring this up again because I had a lot of fun during my birthday party, but I had a game night session. Like, part of the birthday party were a bunch of game that we played. One was actually the one that I created, was an emoji game. So because I had all my Indian group of people, I created a game with these emojis where it would be a title of a movie and they have to guess it. Category was another one that we played, and so many people that came to my birthday party loved the emoji game. They were like, you should, you know, have more of that game. Me trying to rush and try to make it because I didn't think anybody would like it, but apparently that was the most popular one. And that is something that you can just create and just share on your TV or something, or projector, and people can play that. It's so much fun. I enjoyed it so much because I was so worried if people are going to be able to guess my emoji icons to make out the title of the movie, and they were fabulous. They did a fantastic job, and I was like, wow, this is so fun. Next one is one that I go very often to, is playing pool. We have a lot of places where you can go and play pool, and they're actually open till very late. They're open till, at least the one by me is open till 2 o'clock. So if there is something, you know, like I'm getting bored or something, I'll just call up a friend or something and I'll let them know that, hey, you want to go and play pool? And we just go and spend some time playing pool. Another of my favorite things to do during the winter time especially is go bowling. Oh my god, I have so much fun. Am I the best at it? No, but I'm there to have a good time. So I will do whatever I can to have fun. But I usually have these, you know, bowling is more like when I go with my family. It's just so much fun. We have a great time. Everybody does their own. Everybody knows it's not a competition, and it's just because it's not a competition, it's just fun in its own way. And I think it's such a good way of spending a couple of hours, few hours, just bowling with the family. Next one is taking up baking classes. I, for sure, this year is one of my goals to become not an expert, but at least know somewhat of baking. I am a great cook. I can say that. You know, I enjoy the food that I cook. I love it. And I find cooking so much easier than baking. But these are one of the things that I want to accomplish this year, is baking. And I think it would be great to take up, you know, a baking class where I get the basic knowledge, you know, to feel more comfortable in baking. It was always a thing in our family. My sister was always a baker. I was the cook. So I would make the dinners, lunch, and things like that. My sister would always bake these delicious treats, baking treats. And she has more patience, and that is something that I've done a great job in 2025 building my patience. But this year with the baking, I gotta get to it. Second to last one that I have on my list is mixology. I personally don't drink alcohol anymore. I quit a while ago, and honestly, I don't miss it. But if you are somebody who drink alcohol, actually if you don't even drink alcohol, taking up a mixology class is actually really fun. You can create these new different type of drinks that you wouldn't even have thought of making. And mixology in itself is such an art, and I think it's so cool when you go out and these bartenders, they have these tricks and things like that to make your drink look so elevated. So if you are somebody who drinks alcohol, you can go for an alcoholic one, and there are classes for mocktails as well, so nobody will feel left out. Last one on my list, which is the basic one, that's why I left it till the last as being my last point, it's going for a walk. Okay, you can never go wrong with going on a walk. Go to a park, enjoy your walk, you're getting your steps in. But if you're ultimately just wondering what to do and you just want to get out and you haven't, you know, let's say you don't have anybody to go with or anything like that, go for a walk. It's fun. Maybe think of going for a scenic walk. That's nice. You know, change your atmosphere and change your surroundings instead of going in the block of your, you know, apartment complex or, you know, your where you live. I hope this gives you plenty of ideas of what to do this season. I like to write down these things on my note app on my phone and just write it down, and then if I have ever anything that I want to do and I can't come up with an idea, I always look at that and it's like, hey, I haven't done this. Why don't I go and do this? Let me know if you have any ideas and put it down in the comment below. I would love to know what other ideas there are. These are some that I came up with, but I'm sure there are plenty of things that I haven't thought of. And if you put it down in the comment, maybe you'll inspire me to go and do those things. I'm always looking to do new things and just keep having fun during this season, because it gets cold out there and you want to do something fun instead of just staying home. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did like this video, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe, and definitely share this video with those who you think run out of ideas or just want another idea of what to do this season. Until then, bye dear me's.